everyone, and welcome back to another Artifact Corner. Today we will be looking at a portrait of William H. Minor. William Minor played a pivotal role in the Kent Delord House becoming a museum. When Fannie Delord Webb Hall died in 1913, she left the home to the Physicians' Hospital, with the proviso that her beloved housekeeper, Catherine Dowling, would be able to live out the remainder of her years at the house. Catherine fought very hard for the next 10 years to make the home, one of the oldest and best preserved in Plattsburgh, into a museum. She finally persuaded the Minor family that it would be in the community's best interest to turn the home into a museum, and work began to shore up the home and get it ready for visitors. With the financial backing of William Minor, the museum opened to the public as a museum in 1928. So we're almost at the 100-year anniversary of becoming a museum. Let's learn a bit more about William H. Minor. The following is an excerpt from the Minor Institute page on the legacy of William H. Minor. William Henry Minor was born in Juneau, Wisconsin in 1862. His mother died, sadly, in 1867, and his father died in 1873, at which point he moved to Chazy, New York, to live with his uncle, John, and Aunt Huldah Minor. William stayed with his aunt and uncle on their 144-acre farm, which was purchased by William's grandfather, Clement Minor, in 1820. In 1880, he headed west at the behest of his brother-in-law to start a career in the railroad industry. It was during this time that William invented the draft gear, a type of railroad coupling. In 1891, he patented his gear, and within a decade, it had been installed in over 10,000 railroad cars, which made William a millionaire. A draw gear, also known as a draft gear, is the assembly behind the coupling at each end of the wagon to take care of the compression and tension forces between the wagons of trains. Early draw gears were made of wood, which was gradually replaced by steel. In 1894, William created his own company, Minor Enterprises, which still exists today. In June of 1895, William married his wife, Alice Trainer. In 1902, Alice had their first and only child, William Henry Minor Jr. Sadly, he passed away just 2 weeks following his birth. In 1903, William and Alice moved back to the North Country. They began building Heart's Delight Farm in Chazy. Here is another excerpt from the Minor Institute. By 1918, the farm had grown to 12,000 acres, 4,000 acres of tillable land, 2,000 acres of pasture, and 6,000 acres of woodland. William also funded the original Physicians' Hospital, and he was very philanthropic throughout the North Country. William H. Minor passed away in 1930 and is buried in Chazy, New York. He and his wife's legacy live on through the Minor Institute's Heart Delight Farm, the Alice T. Minor Museum, and Minor Enterprises. Our portrait is in very good condition and is a reminder of how we became a museum and holds a very special and prominent place in our house. It is a great likeness of a very philanthropic man, and we are so lucky to have it in our collections. Thanks so much for stopping by.